We're going to do a few twists and really nice, gentle, soft hip openers. So from here, please scoot your bottom forward a little bit more so you really are in the center of your mat, and then come all the way down, back, shoulders, head on the floor. And completely cross your right leg over your left, completely over, so there's no gap in between your legs. That's it. And then pick that left foot off the floor and bring your left hand on your first knee and your right hand on the second knee. So completely cross your legs. That's it, yes, that's it. You change your hands, bring this hand on this, yeah. Is that a little better, yeah? Good. Turn your feet a couple of times in one direction and then change direction. And then let your feet just be still. Good. Relax your shoulders. You're right, Mary. Yeah? Hip, yeah. So ease off a little bit. Yeah. In this pose, I really don't want you to feel like you've got to draw your knees as close to your chest as you can. Just a nice, easy lengthening of the glutes. Now we're going to do a twist on this side. So from here, please bring your left foot down to the floor. Keep it there. Pick your bottom up and move it about 10 centimeters over to the right. Then drop both of your knees to the left. Turn your right palm up. That's it. Okay, so bend this knee. Yeah, good. Put your left hand wherever you want it to be. Adjust this pose as well. If you want to bring your knees a little bit higher towards your left shoulder, feel free. Adjust it so that it serves you, it fits you. So you can really lengthen and release all the muscles on the outside, the right side of your pelvis. And try and soften your right shoulder down towards the floor a little bit more. So notice where you might be gripping and holding muscles around that right shoulder, and try and just let them soften and loosen. Feel free to close your eyes if you want to. And be very curious about how this feels in the right side of your lower back, all around the right hip, even down the outside of your right leg. And then please press your feet down so you can bring your knees up, uncross your right leg, shift your pelvis, your bottom back to center, uncross your legs, and then cross the left leg over completely and draw both of your knees in towards your chest. It's interesting, huh? At first it's very tight and rusty, right? But you stay a while. Make sure your shoulders and your arms are only doing the work that's needed, no more. And your hands. Got a grip of your fingers, but not too tight. Again, do a couple of turns of the feet in one direction and then the other. Do it slowly. And let your feet be still now. And really let your head rest down to the mat. Let your brain drop to the back of your skull. That's it. So let your feet be still now. Yeah, let them go. Nice. Yeah, soft, soft. And then coming into the twist, bring your right foot to the floor. Shift your bottom over to the left, a good 10 centimeters, and then drop your knees slowly to the right. And again, you can decide how high up you want your knees towards your right shoulder or not. It's no more advanced or easier, it's just different. Notice what you feel your body needs as you let the left lower back lengthen. Really feel it down the left side of your body and let it go. Even breathe more consciously into the left lung and the left side of your body. Soften, release. Turn your left palm up if it isn't already turned up. Can you just turn this palm up? That's it. Bend the elbow. Good. And then from here, please press your feet down so you can bring both of your knees up, uncross that left leg, shift your bottom back to center. And then for windscreen wipers, widen your feet to the edges of the mat and drop both of your knees. So separate your feet, that's it, and drop both of your knees over towards the left. That's it. And your feet really separate. Yes, good. That's it, perfect. Now, if you want to take the stretch deeper in the right leg and your right knee is nice and healthy, you can put your left ankle on top of your lower right thigh, if you want to. If you do that and you think, oh God, no, this was a mistake, then put the foot back on the floor. You can keep your arms in Savasana, or bring your arms overhead and grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull it over to the left. So how much of a deep stretch you want is up to you. Keeping both feet on the floor and keeping your arms down by your side is more restorative, it's more restful. But if you want to deepen the stretch on the right side of your body, do the wrist grab and the foot on the thigh. And then breathe more consciously in through your right nostril and into your right lung. The right side of your body, very yang-like, very open, very alive, very, very heated. Bring more energy, more prana into the right side of your body by breathing through your right nostril. Now, if your arms are overhead, release that wrist. Bring your arms by your side. Let your left foot slide off your right thigh. Bring your knees back up. Keep your feet wide. If they've moved, then bring them to the edges of your mat and then drop your knees over to the right. That's it. Now decide if you want to put your leg on your left leg, your right foot on your left leg, and then arms overhead if you want, or down by your side, grab the left wrist. And gently pull both of your hands over to the right. And breathe with more consciousness in through your left nostril and into your left lung, even down to your left thigh. Imagine that your lung goes all the way down to your left knee. Lengthen, warm, give nourishment, give energy, give support to the stretch on the left side of your body. If you want to bring a little bit more stretch into that left shoulder, then move your right hand a little more over to the right. But make sure you also find some softness. It's not all striving. Keep the left nostril breathing. Relax your left shoulder. Now release your left wrist, bring your arms down by your side. If your foot is on your thigh, let that right foot slide off. Bring both of your knees up. And then half happy baby. So keep your left foot quite far out to the left side of your mat. And bring your right leg up. Bring your arm inside the right leg and bring your hand onto the outside of your right foot. If your arms feel short, use your strap. Put a little loop into your strap and put it over your foot. Yeah. It's an arm extender. Yes. So look at Maria here. Do that. Yeah. So little bit different. Yeah. So bend this knee a little bit more. That's it. Perfect. Good. And then bring your arm inside your knee. This hand relaxes. Good. And bend this knee more. Bend. Yes. Perfect. That's it. See if you can bring your right knee a little bit more out to the right and bend this knee even more. Bend. And the arm comes inside. Yes. So different to the pose we did before. Good, Stephanie. If your left buttock is really coming off the floor, then don't pull the right knee down so much. I want both sides of your lower back on the floor. About 3 more breaths here. Try and keep that right knee at a right angle, at 90 degrees, rather than straightening the right leg. Yeah. And then release your right foot, bring it down to the floor and over to the right a little bit, and then pick up the left leg. Yeah. So your upper arm is inside the left knee and your hand is on the little toe edge of the left foot. That's it. And again, if your right buttock is coming off the floor, don't pull the left knee down so much. Yeah, a lot of you are pulling it down quite strongly. And you're kind of defeating the purpose of this hip compression. So relax a little bit more here. If you find yourself gritting your teeth, then just back off a little bit. We're here for a long time, so that's where the benefit is. So bend this knee even more. Bring your arm up a little bit higher. That's it. And inside. And the knee goes out more. Yes! That's, and bend this elbow. Yeah, okay? Good. Relax your shoulders, your face. Again, about 3 more breaths here. Soften and release. You can bring your foot. Yes. Now release your hand. Bring that left foot to the floor. Good. And then hug both of your knees in towards your shoulders. So put your left hand on your left knee, your right hand on your right knee. Separate your knees and hug in. Keep your head on the floor. Mm-hmm. Mm. Good. Now bring both of your feet down to the floor. We're going to do bridge pose, just one bridge pose. Feet down. That's it. Knees bent. Bring your feet a little closer towards your bottom. And separate your feet to hip width apart. Now push your feet down really strongly so that when you now inhale, you can pick your pelvis up and it feels light. Interlace your hands underneath your tailbone. Press your feet down. Feet down. And press your knuckles towards your heels. Bring your shoulder blades a little closer to each other under your back. And raise your chin. Press your feet back towards your hands. Breathe deeply. And then from here, release your hands. Bring your upper back, your mid back, your lower back down towards the floor. And then lengthen one leg long and then the other leg long. Setting yourself up for Savasana. I'm going to guide you through the Savasana. So from here, press your elbows down. And again, draw your shoulder blades under your body, a little closer to your spine. So your upper back is more relaxed down towards the floor. And then press your heels down a little bit so you can move your tailbone a little bit closer to your feet. You've still got an arch in your lower back, but you feel like your spine is a little longer. And then notice if your hands are an equal distance away from your body. If it feels like one hand is further away, then bring some symmetry there. And make sure that your fingers are loosely curled. Your palms are either facing up or into your body. Notice your legs and make sure that they're an equal distance away from the very center line of your body or even the center line of your mat. And then notice where all of your body is in contact with the ground. From the back of your head all the way down to your heels. Just turn your palms up. That's it. And soften. That's it. Nice. Just to loose. Good. And then to the other side. Yeah. And try and drop down a little bit more towards the floor. Feeling the skin on the back of your body loosen and surrender down. And then bring your attention to the front of your body, your face, chest, belly, the pelvis, your legs. And feel the skin drop down to the left and the right sides. And that loosening and softening translates down into the deeper levels of your body. Let your belly soften. All your abdominal muscles really loose. The thighs, even the tops of your feet, soft and released. And I'll leave you in silence for another minute and let you know when it's time to come out. Until then, rest. Now please bend your knees one leg at a time, bringing the soles of your feet back to the floor, and roll over onto your right side and stay here. Keep your body very soft. Now notice where your body's in contact with the floor anew. On the right side of your body, rest your head. Try and soften your right shoulder. Really loosen and let go. Notice how you feel. Now please press down with your left hand and then your right hand so that you bring yourself up into a seated position. Close your eyes as soon as you can and notice if you're leaning to the left or the right or forwards and back, and try and sit centrally. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, pressing the base of your thumbs into the base of your breastbone. Let's finish our practice today by chanting the sound of Om together one time. Inhale deeply. Bow your head towards your heart. Release your hands and place them onto your thighs and press gently down. Then raise your heart, raise your chin, and open your eyes. Namaste. Please say namaste to each other. Make some eye contact.